Hello, so I am back with another video where I have tried something healthy, natural, and holistic for 30 days, and I'm here to report back on everything that happened to me. So this has been really fun, and I'm actually going to turn this into a series here on my channel where, again, I try something for 30 days, and I already have something going on this month that I will be filming in the next few weeks, and it's so good. I can't wait for that one. But today, we are talking about apple cider vinegar. So for the last 30 days, I have been drinking 1 to 2 tablespoons of this every day, and I've absolutely noticed some big changes in my life, and I want to share them with you. So throughout this video, I'm going to share what the heck apple cider vinegar, or ACV, even is, and the kind you should buy and the kind you should stay away from, how to drink it and when to drink it, obviously the changes that I saw, and then things that could actually improve for you. Now, I do want to lay some groundwork here. I specifically cut out castor oil for the last 6 weeks, honestly, because I wanted none of that to get jumbled in with results of this. So that's been kind of unfortunate that I haven't used castor oil in a long time, but it's interesting that I definitely noticed things from this, and I think even combined, it would be great. I also cut out a lot of my supplements that I usually take, but I did keep taking my multivitamin, my vitamin D3 with K2, and my magnesium. I feel like those are supplements I just can't stop taking. I feel like everyone should be taking those every single day. And of course, we cannot forget about the lovely disclaimer. I am clearly not a doctor. You can do your own research. You don't have to listen to me. These are just my thoughts and opinions, and you can do whatever you want with this information. Let's just start with the basics of what apple cider vinegar even is and what you should be looking for if you buy it, because most of the ACV out there is not good. So apple cider vinegar is just fermented apples. Now, the good stuff has water, acetic acid, carbohydrates, potassium, probiotics, polyphenols, micronutrients. I mean, it's really, really good. But you need to be buying one that is raw, unpasteurized, unfiltered. It needs to be organic, and it needs to have the mother still in it, okay? And so most of you are probably thinking, oh, I'll buy Bragg's. Bragg's is kind of like, it's got a lot of hype, but they recently, actually a few years ago, sold it to a bigger company, and now they dilute their ACV with water. There's all kinds of things that's just like not good about it anymore. It used to be good. It's not anymore. I get mine from a local farm. I actually just got another one, but a lot of you might not have access to that, so you can get the Fairchild's brand at various grocery stores or just online on Amazon, actually. So it's Fairchild's, and it meets all of the criteria that is really, really important to have a good quality kind. Real quick, you're probably also wondering, like, what the heck is the mother in the ACV? So that's basically the bacteria and the enzymes being left in the ACV. A lot of brands filter that out. And even if you see like sediment at the bottom, that's not necessarily the mother. It needs to say that the mother was left so that you get the bacteria and the enzymes and the probiotics. Next, let's talk about how to drink apple cider vinegar every day and what specifically I did. So I just got in the routine of every morning I would wake up, I would take a big glass of water, and I would add 1 to 2 tablespoons of this to my water, stir it around, and I actually like to add some Celtic sea salt to it just because that's some added minerals. You could also add a squeeze of lemon. That's also really good. If you want to add some honey just to, enhance the flavor, make it taste a little bit better, you could. I never did that, but totally a good option even. And I would just drink it in the morning. Now, you could do this after you eat. You could do this before bed. I just got in the routine of doing it in the morning just to knock it out, and then I wouldn't have to worry about it until the next day. I do want to add though, I always use a straw because this is acidic. Now, once it gets into your body, it actually neutralizes and becomes alkaline, but initially it is very acidic. So I always use a straw so that I'm not harming my teeth or my enamel. That's the last thing that I would ever want to happen. So I kind of have it bypass my actual mouth and just have it go down the drain. Okay, let's get to the fun part where I share the things I noticed after drinking this every day. So there's 5 things that I specifically noticed pretty immediately. And then I'm also going to share some other benefits or things you guys might notice that I don't personally struggle with, but it's kind of like known for helping. So stay tuned for that. The first thing I noticed within the first few days of drinking this in the morning was an increase in energy throughout the whole day, kind of like an energy boost. I no longer had afternoon crashes, which I've kind of always struggled with that in my life. Like I'm fine in the morning, even like around early afternoon, but around 2 or 3 p.m., I often just get super tired. It doesn't happen every day, but it definitely happens kind of a lot, and it's super annoying. I know it's a thing with a lot of people, but I looked into this because I just wasn't having them anymore. Like, I was just having a full day of energy, and it's been wonderful. But it's the acetic acid. Like, that's what it is, because when you consume acetic acid, like the real raw version of it, your body actually uses it as fuel. So keep in mind that is another reason you shouldn't just buy any brand out there, because Bragg's, again, dilutes their ACV with water, meaning their acetic acid or acidity level is 25% lower than that Fairchild's brand that I already talked about. Now, that acetic acid also regulates blood sugar levels, which I don't really have. I don't know. I should probably get one of those things where you stick on your arm and you monitor your blood glucose levels all day long. That would be an interesting experiment. But I think that because this regulates your blood sugar levels all day long, that also contributes to not having those energy crashes. Another thing that ACV is very well known for is helping you feel full longer, meaning if you're trying to fast or weight loss, it just makes you feel satisfied for way longer. And I noticed this. Now, I want to preface, I'm not trying to lose weight, clearly. I'm not using this for weight loss, but I do like to not really eat in the morning into the afternoon. I do just like to have some fasting during the day. I personally think it's really good for you to give your body a break from digestion. That's a whole other topic. But I notice when I drink this, I don't feel hungry for kind of a long time. And so that's why some people actually like to drink this after they eat, so that they don't feel hungry again for a longer period of time. Another thing that I noticed was just clearer skin. Now, let's go back to the fact that I gave up castor oil for 6 weeks, okay? And I really think castor oil helped my skin a lot, okay? Try castor oil on your face. However, I gave that up, and I mean, my skin is not terrible, but I noticed probably in 2 to 3 weeks of drinking this that I just had 0 zits or pimples or really any blemishes. At all. I really believe, it's known to help with clearing up your skin, but again, it's neutralizing all of that acidity in your body, and acidity or an acid body can cause a lot of breakouts, especially on your back or your body. So if you struggle with acne on your face or even on your body at all, you should really try drinking some ACV every day. Now, this next one is kind of controversial. There's gonna be so many opinions on it. People are gonna be eating me alive in the comments saying, it's not true. I genuinely believe, this is just my opinion, that having an alkaline body, a more alkaline pH level, is much better than an acidic pH level, which I guess people would agree with that, but people are gonna say, oh, it's just your blood pH, it's not your body or your saliva or your urine, whatever. And I just disagree with that. That's fine. You can disagree, but I, through the years, have tested my saliva and my urine, and I lean more acidic, unfortunately. And ACV absolutely helps with that. It helps to alkaline your body, which prevents, nope, we're not gonna say prevent. It helps ward off a lot of inflammation, diseases. It's just good to be more alkaline. So if you wanna test this out yourself, you can actually buy pH paper or test strips and test your saliva or your urine and kind of, try this out and see if it helps or improves. You might already be fine, but this could definitely help you go in the right direction. But just make sure you follow the directions of when to test your saliva or your urine, because that can give you false readings. For your urine, for example, it shouldn't actually be the first pee of the morning. That's going to be super acidic. It needs to be the second pee of the morning. I also noticed a pretty definitive improvement in my gut and my digestion. And I know this because I'm just more regular. Again, I gave up that castor oil, wasn't using that at all. And this is something I definitely have always struggled with. The ACV is really helpful in this department for a few reasons. There's probiotics, which can really help your gut. The enzymes, so digestive enzymes helps to digest the food, but also it helps to increase your stomach acid, again, because of that acetic acid. So when you eat, it can actually properly digest the food. And I absolutely noticed a difference in that department. So those are the 5 things that I specifically, tangibly, black and white know noticed after using ACV. I'm sure there was a lot of other benefits kind of going through my body that I wasn't necessarily aware of, but now I want to share some other things that ACV can do maybe for you. These are things that I don't personally struggle with, but it's known to help in these realms. Number one is bloating. I really have never struggled with bloating, which is kind of surprising because I do feel like I have digestion problems, but I don't specifically notice bloating. But if that is you, you should definitely try apple cider vinegar. Also, indigestion, acid reflux, that's a huge one. If you struggle with acid reflux, try ACV after you eat. I'm telling you, this could be a game changer. Truly, just give it a try. I know people specifically that have been able to get off medication and just kind of use this instead. Now, I did already briefly touch on this, but it really improves blood sugar levels. So if you struggle with that and you drink water with ACV in it after your meals, it's going to help lower your blood sugar levels after your meals. It's going to, just regulate them and help with insulin sensitivity. If you struggle with high blood pressure, this is a hard one sometimes to get under control without taking medication. And I'm not saying this is going to ward off all medication, but if you struggle with that, if you start taking ACV every day, there are so many studies proving it can help naturally lower your blood pressure. This is one that you would have to do over a period of time. It's not just gonna happen overnight, but it helps with that along with your cardiovascular system. Now back to weight loss, which I can't really speak on that because I'm not trying to lose weight. I've always just been naturally thin without really trying, which I'm sure makes people mad. It's just from my dad's side of the family, but I could absolutely see how ACV could help with weight loss over a long period of time. So it's not gonna be like an overnight thing. It's not like Ozempic or anything like that, but it for sure keeps your hunger away for longer. It kind of reduces your appetite a little bit. If you drink this after a meal, you're just not hungry for longer over a period of time. That would help you lose weight. Also helps to boost your metabolism, which is, a good thing. This next one is a really cool one if you struggle with kidney stones. Some people are just prone to kidney stones, and some people have them just living in their body, and then other times they really flare up and it's super painful. If that's you, you should absolutely try ACV every day because again, that acidic acid will help to dissolve kidney stones. So if you have just ones floating around in there, it'll help them get smaller and it will just prevent them from even forming in the first place. Now, in a recent video, I did talk about the importance of cholesterol. I feel like everyone thinks of cholesterol as being bad, and sometimes they're prescribed statins, which will lower all of the cholesterol, and our brains are literally made up of cholesterol. So when you lower that, it can contribute majorly to dementia, Alzheimer's, just a lot of bad things, okay? Statins are scary to me. Sometimes they're necessary. The ACV will actually help lower the bad cholesterol, but increase the good cholesterol. So I really encourage you guys to give real, raw, unpasteurized apple cider vinegar a try. Obviously, you do your own research, do whatever you think is best for you, but I genuinely think this is a very healthy addition to your life and you could see some really big changes. So I will have everything I mentioned linked below, and I'll also link this video next where I did my initial 30 days of castor oil, and that one was shocking. So I'll see you over there.